We are. My daughter Sophia is joining me for this the first time. So we'll see how long you want to sit down here for. But it is a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure to have her with me. Um, we were talking about human reactions and responses and emotions and so on. And I was sharing with her. I think some people just like to watch me do this, even if they don't ask a question and so on. And so that's what she's doing here. So if this is your first time sitting with me doing this, I'm going to put the questions in the comments section there. I'll go through them one by one, and see how many people I get through in an hour. But someone did actually send a question to me ahead of time. It's a friend whose name starts with a B, and so I'm going to just answer her question regarding Brian. Okay. So, this is regarding a question a friend asked about someone that owes her money. The person that's supposed to be sending it to you is there's no actual ill intent there, just a distraction, just got distracted with his own life. He is going to send it just in a funk of his own right now. So it's not personal, it is coming. I feel you'd be well entitled to call and ask. I don't feel there would be any treading on toes or bothering or anything like that. So I can call you later about that. Let me just check, see if anyone's put any in. Oh, no. Chat. Oh, we got some. Yep. There we go. So, I don't know if you can read this. Can you read that?
Good evening.
Good evening. No.
Yeah, that one says.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It really doesn't.
I thought it did.
It doesn't. No, she's asking about relationship.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. It's teeny tiny writing, isn't it? So let me have a look.
No, I thought you were referring to the one like right there.
Where?
That right there.
There, that does say good evening. I'm so sorry. You're right. That's the second time I've been wrong today. Anyway, let's see if I'll be right now. Okay, and Jeanette. So, Anjanette, I'm getting it this year. I'm just looking into timing for you now. Right, towards the end of the year, Anjanette, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting November, Anjanette, and it is someone that has, how shall I put this, has his own money. Okay, so thank you, Anjanette. So let's just say good evening to Melanie because she said good evening. That's who said good evening.
Good evening.
All right. This is my friend Alexander. His name's spelled differently. Let's see what he says. We're having quite a lot of trouble with one of our workers' attitudes, and he's disrespecting me constantly to the point where I'm about to lose. I was wondering if it looks better to let him go or to keep him for the moment. Oh, there's more. Right now it's complicated since I can't work. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let things be just for the time being. As an employer of mine once said, keep your powder dry. Just yes, as you say, keep him for the moment. That really looks good. In fact, I wonder if he'll. Let's not go there. I don't have the time. I don't have the time right now to go there. But just keep him where he is for the time being. Keep things going, and remember, Alexander, this is not a long-term situation you're in. I like to think of things sometimes like a module at university or something, where it's going to start, it's going to finish, right? Salima. Okay. Okay, Salima, I'm getting a no on that. Now, I'm seeing that you started in the right place, but I feel like you don't believe you can do it. It's actually not about opportunity. It's not even about skill. It's about self-belief, and you're in your head about it. And I'll say one Libra to another. That's not the best place to be. And so this is a tricky one, because in terms of, from the outside and on paper, what you're doing and the direction you're going in, yes, but how you're feeling about it, how you're talking to yourself about it, that's where the switch has to get made. Obviously, we can't have a back and forth conversation right now about that, but the actual direction is fine. How you're talking to yourself, not so much. So I know you know how to do that. I know you know how to switch things up there. So I will go on. Actually, Shirley, this is my daughter. She's got long hair under there. Why don't you show her long hair? There we go. Why don't you shake it? There we go. See, daughter. You want to put your hat on again? Looking good, bud.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Emily. Whoop. Come on. There we go. Emily. Not sure if I can word this, but what do my guides think I should focus on this year that would help me with my highest good or self? All right. It's nice, isn't it? Mm-hmm. This is Daddy's friend Emily in Cleveland.
Hi.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's more like it. Okay, so I feel like this has come up before, Emily, that the real activity, the real changes that are going to happen in this next year for you are going to be on the inner, which is super important because then outside changes are easier to make. This foundation, they can last. Okay, so I'm seeing things in here, and I'm going to show you a couple of cards in a minute. I'm seeing things in here about um, about you know, about creating a comfortable home life. Comfortable, is that the word? Is that the word? It's more there's more than comfort. It's about feeling right at home. You know, a room, a building can look comfortable, but it may not be vibrationally right. So the vibrationally right environment for you. That's the first thing. The second is I'd like you to think about simplicity. Simplicity is, shall we say, the opposite of overcomplication. Overcomplication. Overcomplication comes from overthinking, and so flip that around to simplicity. Something I'm noticing people doing a lot of at the moment is cutting things out of their life where they're losing energy loops, energy drains, and so on, things like that. We can keep things alive that don't actually serve and support us. Things are coming and are on the way. It's more about what we can do to provide a fertile bed for seeds to bloom in. Let's let you think about that. Here's two cards I do want to show you, though. One is the Nine of Swords, right? Nine of Swords, there we go. Not the most fun card in the deck, but it's about overthinking, over worrying, and sending energy in on ourselves where it should leave us. And I want to show you the Queen of Wands as well, all right? So shall we say that's, hold on, there we go. That's you in your optimum. That's you in your, that's you when you're out of whack, out of balance, okay? And I notice that's you in in bed, as it were. So it's as if energy isn't getting processed until the end of the day. Now, most people are like that, but I would say to you to process what you can before you go to bed. I used to shower before bed, and I just haven't recently. Anyway. Right, on we go. All right, Shirley. I'd like to know about my relationship and about myself. Thank you. Shirley, since obviously we can't have a back and forth conversation, I kind of need a bit narrower parameters than just about yourself, but I'm going to see what we get here about your relationship. Let's start there. You good? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Shirley, as I'm looking at your relationship, I'm very happy with what I'm seeing. You can really be yourself. You can let yourself be seen. And that's a wonderful thing. Often in relationships, people are afraid to be themselves and so on. I'm seeing the two of you creating, I've said the word comfort already today. It's not the word I'm looking for. Creating a lovely environment around yourself. Now, if you find that you have to speak up a bit more than you want to, it still feels right. We can't expect people in a relationship with us to read our minds. So don't be afraid of speaking up. Don't be afraid of the little arguments either, because that's all they are. That's all they are. So really happy looking at that in terms of your relationship. In terms of you, You don't want to keep this all relevant. That you'll understand yourself. First of all, you'll understand yourself quite well looking at your partner or husband, whatever it is. I feel like he has a tendency to sit on his emotions a bit, and so and I think you do as well. But you can understand that by having someone reflect that to you, by having an externality. I'm seeing some impulsivity in you, so you might benefit from, maybe sometimes just counting to 3 before you say something. I see how quick your mind is as well. So it's not about being impulsive. It's more about how quickly your mind works and then speaking to it. But it's important to let people catch up with you as well. There's more, but I'm gonna have to move on now. Thank you, Bridget. So this is Bridget, and she said, "Can you read me, please?" What would you like to say to Bridget?
I hope you have a great night.
That's very sweet. Okay. So Bridget, I'm just going to pull a couple of cards for you. Gosh, Bridget, it's all about, not all, but so much about light. And much as I like light, I mean, just looking around my room here, I'm often hesitant to use the word in spiritual context because it just gets so overused to the point that it means so little. But I'm just seeing that in here. Light, being in light, using your light, going to light, being light. Okay, so well, number one, what I'm seeing here, it's all good. It's all good. And if you hang around on here for the next few minutes, not everything I'll be able to say to everyone is good. That's just life. If you are a wee bit concerned about money at the moment, you will be fine. Things will be fine. Okay. If you are seeking a relationship at the moment or seeking a bit of rejuvenation in a relationship, then that's also there for you. But the thing I'm most excited about is it's this thing about light, you becoming lighter, you seeing better, you seeing yourself better, an element of you coming to the light. All right. So and not being afraid of your own light. Okay. Now, when that starts to happen, the actual trajectory of us expressing and using it it's a while. It's a year. It's 18 months. It's a while to develop that. Yeah. Do for now. Like the soda. Do you like the soda? Chantel, this is sorry, my friend Chantel says this is my daughter Sophia. She says hello. Says hello.
Hi.
There we go. Amber, yes, nice to see you. Thank you. Bridget, I just read for you. Oh, see, this is what I mean. People say hello, and it's like 10 minutes ago, and I'm just reading it now. Chantel. Chantel asked about any new love interest coming into her life. So Chantal, I'm seeing it more next year, okay? And I let me speak about the work that's going on for you this year. It's what has to happen first of all, and it is happening, okay, is you being with your own femininity, because that's what's showing up here. Now we all have femininity. I have femininity, I have masculinity, everyone does. But it's you having it's you getting to know that about you, or almost say getting to know it again, because you've got to get to know it again so that someone else can, someone else can receive it, give to it as well. And again, the giving to it, I'm seeing next year, right? And you know, if life has not been particularly easy in the last year or longer, there's also the experience that comes with that, because the person I'm seeing has also had a challenging number of years, and you'll be able to hold the space for him. But I'm still seeing it next year. Okay. Okay. So this is Kimberly, and she's asking what's going on behind closed doors at work. Behind closed doors means there are conversations happening about us that maybe we're not being told about.
Huh? So, wait, does that mean someone else is having a conversation about us?
Yes.
Right now?
Well, actually, that probably is happening right now. We're in front of this.
Fair point.
No, but it would be like if Eden and Alexander were talking about us.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of, but not. Eden and Alexander are her brothers. All right, so something is definitely it's present tense. Something is definitely changing, something new, and something new in its place. I feel like there's a downsizing of some kind that's happened. Perhaps a partner has left. That's what this feels like. It doesn't feel bad though. It doesn't feel like particularly bad. It's certainly a change for the company, but I don't feel it affects you that much. And I see if it's a male boss you have, because that's what's showing up here. I see that he doesn't really tell you much, and that's going to continue. So if I just say to you, Kimberly, this doesn't see it. While it does seem to be big changes. I got the Tower card right here. I don't feel like it affects you that much, and it doesn't seem like you would be having a particularly warm and fuzzy relationship with your boss going into the future anyway. So yeah, new things are on the way, but it doesn't seem to affect you that much. Yeah. Jan, feeling scattered today. Like this song. All right, so it's vague for me to say karmic clearing. It's vague for me to say the heart is opening, but that's what I have to say. Here's the thing is, and we're all going through our own version of this at the moment. And what I mean by at the moment is these couple of weeks. Everyone's got their own particular niggles coming up. What is getting presented to us is the unknown. What are we most afraid of? The unknown. And yet with the unknown is the future, and with the future is always the best that we will know. The best is always yet to come. Always yet to come. And so, Jan, if I can just offer you to, as it were, face the future with a smile. If there is confusion in the future, there's also solution in the future. And sometimes when I'm answering these questions, I know when the guides are talking to me as well, and so they're talking to me too. What do you think of what I just said?
Don't understand.
Don't understand it. Well, when you're worried about something,
Mm-hmm.
when you're worried about something, it's unknown. Literally, that's why. If you knew, you wouldn't be worried.
Yeah.
Okay, but and you can only be worried about something that hasn't happened yet. If it hasn't happened yet, it's in the future. Yeah, still with me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So also in the future, what hasn't happened yet is the solution. The thing that makes it all better. The thing you wanted.
The thing in the future?
Yes. Makes sense? Does it?
I think.
Sure. All right. Let's go with it. My phone's going off. All right. Thank you, Jan. Oh, this is Verena. Do you remember around about Christmas? Verena's daughter. You FaceTimed her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Verena.
Hi. Oh yeah, I remember that.
All right, Vicky. All right, this is Vicky, and she's on having a cancer treatment. Cancer is when it's something not good in the body. Yeah, and she's having particular treatment for that, which is difficult. So why don't we just say a little prayer for Vicky?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she's asking, is this treatment going to be successful? So, Vicky, I'm seeing that it's you're asking. You said an interesting word, because I'm not seeing the opposite. I'm not seeing that it's not going to work, but I feel like more is going to be needed. I feel like just more. It's going to take longer. So, if you receive that as me saying no, or it's unsuccessful, it just feels like it's going to take longer. I suppose that I am saying no, aren't I? So I'm just repeating myself. I don't feel like this treatment is going to be enough. I feel like you're going to need some more after this. And I wish I could tell you something different. You're not far off, okay? You're not far off. You're close. But I feel like you need a little more after this. Yeah. This only message my guide to help me on my path currently. You know, there are just times, and this is one of them, when Amber, you're just doing all the right things, right? So if I can just maybe add a couple of feathers to it, when we have gifts, we have talents, and we all do. It's far wiser to use them. If we don't use them, then they kind of tend to work against us. I don't feel you're not using them, but I'm just maybe giving you a bit of a nudge there. And there's something in here as well about being a bridge. You know, when I had a place down in gosh, it was on 103rd Street near 435. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
It was called it the Bridge. And what does a bridge do? Bridge connects one thing with another thing. So as channels and conduits, we say the same thing. We're a bridge between realms. We're a bridge between worlds. We can be a bridge between people. This computer, this service is a bridge between people, and so that's one of your gifts. It's one of your opportunities. It's one of your forms of expressions, and that happens more often than you think. It also happens in your family. So one of the things I'm saying here is don't discount the particular environment you're in, the particular situation you're in. It's not like one's more important than the others in the eyes, through the eyes of God. But in terms of you and your path and process and so on, it's great. It's great. It's great. All right. Selena. Bridget, who you just said hello to, she said, have a good night too.
You too.
Selena. Thirsty. Cheers. All right. The next chapter. Already picked that one. It is a next chapter, isn't it? Gosh. You know, I was just talking to someone, Selena, if you're still on, I was talking to someone about the future, and I like to think about the future and good things coming and so on. And so this next chapter of your life, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing a male. I'm seeing greater trust that you have. I'm seeing more fun. I'm seeing you less afraid to what's a cliche? Take the bull by both horns or whatever. Your connection with angels improving as well. The thing I like the most, though, about this is your trust, because with greater trust we ease into the flow. When we ease into the flow, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. We're going where we're supposed to be going. We're understanding what we're supposed to be understanding. That's what I like the most. And yes, there's fun. There's fun. There's opportunity. There's a man. There's connection with your guides and all of that. And I think you're getting an animal as well. Quite a lot. Quite a lot. I don't want to get an animal. I don't.
Like not any kind?
Not right now.
Okay.
I have like 2 upstairs. All right. this is you see me buying a home in the near future, and do I see husband in your life? All right, so near future. That's as I say this every single time. The near future is is very relative to who's asking the question. But yes, I do see you buying a house in the near future. A husband, little further away than that. A little further away than that. Nothing wrong with that. It's just you are doing some very important healing work of the heart at the moment. There's a little bit more time for you to walk solo, as it were, solo. And that's so that you can see where you're going, right? So the house before the husband, I would say. Carrie Ann. Good evening. Sitting here with my Sophie. Oh, she's with her own Sophie.
Cool.
There's no point looking at this. We can't see. We can only see us.
Fair point.
So she got a Sophie. You're a Sophia. Pretty much the same age. She's 12.
Hi.
Can you tell me, please, what's in the cards for your career? Okay. Footsteps. That's what I hear. Footsteps.
Okay, I hear it. Carrie Ann, I'm seeing things staying as they are for the time being, and actually that's out of necessity. I don't know what it is that you do, but I do see I do see quite a bit of unclarity around you. I don't think it's I was going to say yours, but certainly don't think it's all yours. And a lot of that has to get worked through. Let's remember that our life lessons are getting worked out through everything that we do. And let's say you've got someone sitting at the next desk or the next cubicle, the next room, whatever, and you find them hard to work with. Let's just say that's who God is giving you for you to work out certain themes with, certain karma with. And you're better off doing that. You're better off doing that with what you have in front of you rather than leaving and recreating the same thing all over again. So yeah, I'm seeing things staying relatively constant for the time being, certainly for the rest of this year. That's what I'm getting anyway. So sorry, not the most exciting reading there, but
Is there anything? This is Jackie. I just need to shuffle the cards again. You don't have to drink every time I drink.
No, but I like
Okay.
it.
Do you know any jokes?
Not any good one. Oh wait,
I don't know any good
I thought
jokes.
I know one.
Go.
Okay. You heard the joke about paper?
No.
Never mind, it's terrible.
That's very good.
Thank you.
That's very good. Very good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think I want you to know, Jackie. Right. With regard to the, let's just go with challenge and miscommunication. Let's be simple here. With regard to that's going on at the moment, you are almost through it. You're almost through it. So it's gotten a little amplified because everything's gotten amplified. Amplified means get bigger and louder. Okay. And so that's you're almost through it. You're almost through it. Is what I feel needs to be passed on to you right now. The coming through it's going to bring with it transformation. Wonderful thing. Okay. And I know it's cliche to say it, but it doesn't. But that doesn't stop it from being true. That you have some wonderful angelic support around you. May I offer to you to take 3 deep breaths as often as you can. That helps them get nearer to you, helps you feel better, helps to connect with your central nervous system, your adrenal system, helps you to feel more at ease, right? That's what we want from spiritual support. Jennifer, guys, have any messages for you that you need to hear? The guy playing this song, I first heard his music 20 years ago.
20 years?
20 years ago, yeah. In England.
What was it called?
He's called Ludovico Einaudi. And I was driving with Nana.
Oh.
Yeah. And she knew his music.
What year was it?
2002. You know, there are times in life, Jennifer, where we have to really go with our feelings and go with our current mood and go with our current level of energy. And there are times to do the complete opposite. And that's what I'm getting shown here. It's like they're saying, it's like Spirit's saying, clench your teeth clench your teeth, clench your butt cheeks. With regard to with what you want to do, actually don't let your mood be your litmus, your thermometer. Sometimes we've got to get over our mood. We've got to get over our self-perception to do what we want to do, and that's important because in terms of money and career, in terms of what you want to be doing, 360 degrees. Both of those are going to require continued momentum. I like to think of a train, which takes a while to get started, but it also takes a while to stop once it's moving. With money, with career, and both of those, be less emotional. So this is I'm surprised I'm surprised I'm passing this on because I think so much about emotions. I think so much about honoring emotions, but actually not in this case for you to actually circumvent them, to push through them. Very unusual, very unusual. Metaphysically, there's things I can say about that. This isn't maybe the time, but anyway, enough for now. This is all about. It's not just about clarity, Jennifer. It's about you realizing and actualizing things on the physical, on the non-physical, on the outer and on the inner. Jamie. 2 weeks out, so you had it 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks out from surgery, received some concerning news from your doctor today. I'm not sure what your question is, Jamie. Do you say anything else about that? All right, Jamie, I'm not sure what your question is. I'm sorry. No. All right. See if you can throw it in later, and I'm just going to keep going. Why don't you say hello to this Zenda? She's in Australia.
Hi.
God knows what time it is. In Australia, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
It's tomorrow.
So it's Wednesday in Australia?
It is Wednesday in Australia. Zenda is in the future. Pretty good. Yeah? Mm-hmm. All right. So, let's say Erica. Oh, God. We're coming to the end of the school year. So, once again, teachers here face the staying in their current positions or changing. Do you see me staying with current school, or do you see me changing schools and position? Okay. Erica, I'm getting that you're to change and certainly change position, but actually, I would say change school. Yeah, even in both spreads that I've done, I'm getting this feeling of you being complete. So that's what I'm getting about you for the next school year. Yeah. Angie. Having some issues at work. Do I see things getting better? Angie could probably do with some prayers as well. Yeah, I have a sense of what you have going on there, Angie. So I so badly want to say yes, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing things improving, certainly to the degree you want them to. I think you can get through it, but that's not the question here. It's about you know, you being in an improved situation, not just having to keep the peace behind with people and so on. So I'm sad to say it, but I don't see an improvement here. I'm sorry. Please. All right. Paul is in England.
Oh,
It's actually, you know what? I don't know that Paul's in England. Paul is from England, just like I am, and I think he's in South America somewhere.
right now?
I think so.
Hmm.
Let's see. Guidance regarding life path and focus. Right. Okay, so Paul, consider the should we say phenomenon, the laws, whatever, of grace, of efficiency. Go with continue to go with what you are doing well at. It sounds so blindly obvious now I say it, but when you've asked about focus, when your attention gets distracted, and I think you do suffer from shiny new penny thing, and that's one of the things I love about you. But when that happens, just bring yourself back to what you're working on, right? Because we need to work, right? We need to work at things. We need to create, build, produce, and all of that. Bring your mind back to what you're working on at the present moment. That brings you more into your body, right? And paradoxically, makes you better able to receive spirit, makes you better able to steer from there. So you do well when you're working with your hands, when your hands are occupied, all right? So for your focus, stop trying to do so many things. I think it's been a long time since I've read for you, but something I'm even remembering is all these different things you can do, might do, could do. Shorten that list, bring it back to what you're working on right now, and in that very moment, you are on your path, right? Okay. So, I'll tell you all. I want to share a couple of things with you all because I'm pretty much at time. I am about ready to get these cards from the printers. I'll show you them now. That's cards I've made from the drawings and sketches and so on I've been doing the last couple of years. It's David Bowie. I'm going to be making a deck of 48 of those. They're going to be like 4 inches wide, and I should have them back in the next couple of weeks. So keep an eye out for that. Also, I'm giving a retreat in Arkansas in mid-September. It's going to be a 4-day retreat. It's going to include channeling and sound healing. I'll be teaching some metaphysical alchemical principles. We're doing some crystal digging as well, some activations. It's going to be lovely. It's this lovely, lovely place by the lake in Mount Ida. Arkansas. I've only got a certain amount of places for that, obviously. So if you're interested in coming on a retreat, it's the first one I've done, certainly this year, probably in this country actually. Mid-September this year, Arkansas. Let me know if you're interested in joining that. I've only got so many people I can bring with me. So I always like to finish these by saying a prayer, praying a prayer for the world, saying a prayer for all of these lovely people who have sat with me and stayed with me. So let's just take a breath and let's do that. As we sit, we just take a moment of silence. We give thanks for all the information that's passed. We give thanks for a clear connection. We take a breath, those of us connected right now, asking for support and moving energy for parts of the planet, parts of the population, parts of the collective, who are challenged to do it in their own way for their own reasons right now. A lot of our planet in having difficult times right now. We say a prayer for them. We say a prayer for each of you, for all those that you love, and for everything that's important to you, for everything that you care about. Say thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So we will say cheerio. You all have a wonderful evening, and I think I'm doing something on Saturday for the new moon, but I'll post something about that soon. Anyway, see you all later. Thanks
Bye.
for hanging out with us.